Two things were responsible for saving the lives of so many of the Dorchester survivors. One was the inspiration provided by the actions and prayers of the four chaplains. The other was Charles W. David Jr. Captain Curry finally gave the order, save the men on the lifeboat. The Comanche would screen for the enemy as best it could, but it was time to start looking for survivors. Only 3 officers trained in rescuing people from the watery stepped forward. Charles, still weak and sick from having a cold, watched the hesitation among the enlisted men. Charles had no obligation to prepare for battle. That was not his assignment. Not for lack of willingness, but because the racism of the day forbade it. Like the 4 chaplains, Alex, John, George, and Clark, Charles saw the situation with a different perspective. In a moment of perfect clarity, Charles chose an act of pure charity. He would save people different from himself. He volunteered to help, and 6 other enlisted men followed. Charles and the small crew realized just how difficult their task would be. The waves had grown violent again. At 6 and 8 feet, they clapped against the hull of the Comanche. The wind grew fierce, the waves more deadly. The Comanche slowed, easing its way to the men in the lifeboat. It was nearly swamped. It held so many sailors that it sat just 8 inches above the surface of the water. The crew had placed a net on the side of the ship for sailors to climb aboard. Charles recognized immediately what needed to be done. He swung over the side and climbed down the net, and they formed a line to extract the sailors from their lifeboat.